Hello, friends. 834 days of war between Russia and Ukraine, and I'm going to give you a brief report from the ground. In southern war zone on Kherson front, no changes. On Zaporizhia front, Russian army advance in and out Rabotyne, and also fight is continuing towards northwest of Verbov. Here, no significant changes. In Rimivki salient, Russian army advance south of Eurozone in the outskirts and again north of Staromayorsky in the outskirts. Coming to east, on Marinka front, Russian army advanced Vodyane and Ugledar, that is west of Soledar, and trying to cut off supply line to Ukrainians' garrison in Ugledar. They also made advance towards flanks of Paraskovivka. Fight is developing towards south of Kostiantynivka. As for informations, Russians have taken full control of Georgievka, that is west of Marinka. However, full confirmation is yet pending, and fight for Krasnogorovka, that is in northern part, is continuing. Avdiivka front, Russians advance westward from Umansky direction. Fight is also developing and continuing towards Novopokrovskoye area and in north towards Novoalexandrovka. Bakhmut fight is continuing towards eastern outskirts of Chasiv Yar, including Kalinovka direction. Russians made some tactical gains west of Krasnoye. Soledar Siversk sector, no changes. In northeast towards Liman Kremenina direction, no changes. In Kupiansk, Swatovo region, Russians advance south and southwest of Novoselowsky. North Kharkov, that is towards Slobozansky, Ukrainians counter-attack in Volchansk, no changes, while the Russians' offensive operations continuing, and they are trying to cross Volchaya river from east and west direction after having dropped more than 100 FABs bombs. Though no success so far, Lipsty direction, no changes, fight towards Glubokoya direction continuing. Interdiction missions, Russians struck Ukrainian targets in Mykolaiv, Kharkov, Odessa, Poltava, Kherson regions, while Ukrainians used UAVs to attack Russian targets in Voronezh, and they hit oil targets in Belgorod and also in Rostov, where heavy explosions were reported. Putin has said that Russian army versus Ukrainian army's losses were 1:5, and he cites an example that so far, at this moment, the POWs Russians held in Ukraine are 1,348, while Ukrainians held in Russia are 6,465. Palestine Israel Middle East, IDF struck North Gaza in Al Sabra district and carrying out raids in central Gaza at Al Brez. In southern Gaza, IDF operations in Philadelphia crossing continues, while it also advances in Rafah in north towards Al Barazil area. US has carried out airstrikes in Al Hudaydah in western Yemen, while Houthis launched 2 anti-ship missiles in Red Sea. Damages, if any, not known. They also hit Eilat with ballistic missiles. Netanyahu stated that Israel is ready to take decisive action in northern Lebanon after risks or rise in Hezbollah's attack on Israelis' targets. NATO, in the meantime, has boasted that it has developed land corridor to move troops to Russian Federation border in case of war. Colombian president has said that bombs in Gaza are not being fired by simple Israeli soldiers. It is a big capital in world. Centralized, coordinated, influencing governments. Nazis are in power. They rise through financial capital. They manage to run government of USA. The last part may not be true, but it is the finance capital which is leading the war. And deep state in their help is working everywhere. Slovakia's Prime Minister Robert Fico has said that he will join office by the end of this month or beginning of July. Lastly, Russia's Deputy Defense Minister has visited Mali and Niger for better security cooperation in defense sectors, energy projects, cyber crimes, gas and oil listing. However, Bloomberg reports that negotiations being done for Ukrainian deposits in Niger and even seize French uranium assets. That we'll have to see. Well, that brings an end to my talk today, friends. See you tomorrow.